By Alex Lodice and Isaiah Drake. We are ready to play baseball. And Cohen looking in for the sign, winds and delivers. And the first pitch is fouled off to the right out of play. And we are underway at 4:35 p.m. Good to have you with us for at least 14 innings of baseball here at Fluor Field today. Jones 6 for 18 since getting called up. And again, 4 of those hits coming last night. Has driven in a run, right-handed batter, and Cohen just misses with that one. It's 1 ball and 1 strike, and I'll just go ahead and tell you up front, you are going to hear dogs barking in the background all night long, and it's not sound effects coming from the other end of the press box through the loudspeaker. It is Bark in the Park night. Change-up is popped into shallow right field. Rodriguez started back, now coming in, still coming to put it away, and there's 1 down. Defensively joining Rodriguez in the outfield, Will Turner is in center, Justin Reamer in left. Around the infield, Feliz De Leon, Godbout, and Anderson at first, second, short, and third, and Johanfran Garcia behind the plate. An interesting note that Tom pointed out both to me and Liam Carroll concerning Henry Godbout out at shortstop as Alex Lodice swings through a fastball. In 157 games in 3 years at the University of Virginia, exactly none of them were spent playing shortstop. Lodice was 0 for 4 in the opener, didn't play last night, checked his swing on a fastball up.
Yeah, his last 2 years, 101 games and 97 at second. He played a couple at third last year.
.79 degrees, partly cloudy as we get this one underway this afternoon. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball high at 95. 2-1. Only 3 relievers available for the drive in this doubleheader, at least at the outset. We have seen things get juggled before. Here's a line drive to left field. Justin Reamer almost dead in his tracks. Makes the chest-high grab, and there are 2 down.
Hey, baseball, you got to love it. Reamer out there for just the 4th time. And second hitter, one of the toughest things for an outfielder is a line shot right at him, and he made a nice play. So, Dan, Bark in the Park, does that give new meaning to the term dog days?
Well, yeah, right now it's the only dog days because we're
that's awesome.
In the August the 7th, and it's 79 degrees.
You got to love every minute of that.
Here's Isaiah Drake, and he swings at the first pitch and pops it behind the plate. Garcia sheds the mask, comes back, looks like he has room, and he does. Step or so away from the screen, and that is a very pitch-efficient first inning for Luis Cohen. 7 of them, as a matter of fact. 3 up and 3 down, and we are off to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's Rome nothing, and the drive coming to bat here at Fluor Field.
It makes every day brighter. Seize the days at over 1,500 locations. Days Inn, a trusted brand by Window.
Nationwide is a proud partner of minor league baseball.
When life throws you a curveball, Nationwide's protection knocks it out of the park. They really go to bat for you.
Those puns are swing and miss.
Reputations are earned. They're built with hard work, time, and consistency. They're respected, trusted. They're real, and they're rare. The tradition of travel whiskey, the result of reputation.
Hey fans, step up your game day experience.
Bottom of the first inning, drive getting ready to swing the bat for the first time, and they'll do so against a very highly touted and very tall right-hander in Garrett Bauman.
Yeah, he's the number 5 prospect in the Atlanta organization, MLB Pipeline. Right-hander, 6'8", 245, 20 years of age. He'll be 21 coming up here on the 15th out of Oviedo, Florida. 4th-round pick in the draft of 2023 out of Hagerty High School in Oviedo, Florida. 3-7, but the ERA is pretty good. 3.84, 19th appearance, and 19th start, 88 8 in the third innings, and he's got 84 K to 20 walks, but he has allowed 10 home runs.
Henry Godbout, 2 for 3 with 3 walks in his professional debut last night, and he takes a strike on the inside corner from Garrett Bauman. Drove in 2 runs, including the bases-loaded walk that tied the game with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. That's a ball inside. It's 1-1. And then, of course, Nellie Taylor followed with the base on balls that drove in the winning run. 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball down and away from the big right-hander. So between he and Sennard, if they decide to do an off-season basketball tour, they've got a pretty good front line building there. A couple of 6'8" guys. Here's the 2-1. And it's tapped foul at the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jofiri Rodriguez, Johanfran Garcia will follow Godbout here in the first inning. Play him the opposite way in the outfield. And Bauman nodding the okay, ready with the 2-2 pitch. And strike 3 called. A little bit off speed, locked him up, and Godbout, another first for his professional career, his first strikeout. Defensively behind Garrett Bauman, McMurray, Jones, Lodis, and Sanchez around the infield. Left to right in the outfield, Braunschweig, Drake, and Janis, and Matt Gussetti is behind the plate. Here is Jofiri Rodriguez. 1 for 7 in the series, but he has driven in runs in 4 consecutive games now. The South Atlantic League Player of the Month for the month of July. It was announced yesterday. Takes the first pitch inside. And the 1-0 is down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Hitting .230. But again, his batting average had actually dipped below 200 after a rough couple of months in May and June. That's inside and not by much. 3 balls and no strikes. And it looks like Matt Gussetti has an issue with his catcher's mitt, and he's going to have to go to the dugout and get another one. So Rodriguez, a pitch away from becoming a 1-out base runner, and walks have played a major role in both of the first 2 games. Drive pitchers walked 7 in game 1. Noah Dean walked 3 in his 2/3 of an inning, and all 3 of those scored. Here's ball 4 outside. And last night, 12 walks plus 3 hit batsmen by the Rome pitching staff. All 3 of which were named Framey De Leon. And 3 of the drive's final 6 runs, including the tying and winning runs in the 9th inning, were forced in via bases-loaded walks. So Rodriguez at first. Here is Johanfran Garcia. 1 for 4 on Tuesday night. Didn't play last night. He will also not be in the lineup for game 2. First pitch is outside a ball, so that's 5 in a row out of the zone for Garrett Bauman. The 1-0. There's a strike. Well, that is just a free and easy 95-mile-an-hour fastball from the 6'8" right-hander. Almost like he's just playing catch with Matt Gussetti, and the ball just explodes out of his hand. Throw over to first base will drive Rodriguez back. A few folks taking in the game from the Green Monster. Would imagine those seats will be full for game 2. 1-1 pitch. Came in again with the fastball under the hands and got a foul over by the third base dugout. 1-2.
I mean, what's really cool, you get a good look there, 20th anniversary, how it is really galvanized this part of downtown, and a lot of businesses folks can get out and come right over if they want to.
Yep. Break-even pitch. Hit sharply at short, and it's kicked by Lodi. He recovers, and he still got the force out of Rodriguez at second base. So 6-4 on the out. Garcia safe at first on the fielder's choice, and with 2 down, Antonio Anderson. 2 for 5 with a pair of RBIs in the series. He was pinch hit for when they went to a left-handed pitcher last night. Still not able to swing the bat from the right side. And he hits this one hard, and he almost hit Johanfran Garcia, who pulled a matrix trick. He's going to try to come to third. He'll be in without a throw, and they're on the corners with 2 down on the hit by Anderson. He's now hit in 4 straight games.
I mean, he tattooed that one. Garcia, watch this again. That's a great way to describe it. Like, whoop, it's like a matador there. You had to get out of the way, and you know what? He was thinking third all the way.
Yes, he was.
Janice had to go a little bit to get it. He's an outstanding fielder out in right field. He's in there, and you go back to when Garcia hit the ball. If he feels that cleanly, that's probably a double play, but it didn't have to take advantage here.
Now Justin Reamer takes it outside a ball. Well, you got, record aside, their best starter in a position where you can get a run here with a 2-out hit. And a chance to take advantage of it. And Reamer swings through that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners on the corners, 2 down, and Reamer a 1-hopper back to the mound. Baumann underhands to first, and the inning is over. So a little 2-out uprising, and that's all. Drive will strand 2, and we head to the second inning at Fluor Field. First of 2 between these teams today. No score.
Drives understanding. Welcome to the University of South Carolina School of Medicine, Greenville. Together, we are transforming medicine 1 doctor at a time.
ScanSource. We are your Greenville home team, giving back to our hometown thanks to our employees and company leadership. The ScanSource Charitable Foundation has given grants totaling more than $16 million to nonprofits during the last 3 decades, funding that's helped improve the lives of those who live and work in our communities. ScanSource. We drive the future of technology, and we give back because it's who we are.
You are the North Star, the guiding light for the world.
Hey, do you need banners, stadium graphics, event materials printed? If so, call Greenville Print Solutions. If Clemson, Mississippi State, the SoCon, Greenville County, and so many others trust him, why don't you? Designer of Dabo Sweeney's All-In Chip. It's Greenville Print Solutions on the web at greenvilleprint.solutions.com. Middle third of the batting order for the Rome Emperors, McMurray, Guerra, and Janis after Luis Cohen had an 8-pitch first inning. Said 7, but the scoreboard hadn't rolled over. And the first pitch to McMurray is a breaking ball for a strike. He played on Tuesday, was 0 for 1 officially, walked 3 times, 2 for 7 in his limited time since being called up. Swings and misses at another good breaking ball down and in. It's quickly 0-2. Coincides the sign, winds the 0-2 pitch, and he taps it foul into the drive dugout. I think it was Andy Sadowski who made the play off the carom, sitting beside Bob Kipper down there. Speaking of Kip, Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike three, swinging a foul tip held onto by Garcia, and there's one down. They have metrics and ways of tracking everything. So I decided to do a little analyticalizing of my own.
Analyticalizing.
Would that be a word?
Wow.
7 syllables.
My gosh.
I don't know if it's an actual word or not.
You know what? That may be the most syllables used in a baseball broadcast tonight.
It might be. First pitch swinging, a pop foul by Guerra, and it'll get back out of play. But I wondered, and there's some part of the research that I can't do, and I've talked to Pablo about it, and he may be on it.
He would be, man.
But from the top step of the dugout, breaking ball misses inside, to the pitcher's mound, in my steps, and I think I have an average stride length, 34 steps.
Okay.
So 68 steps round trip from the top step of the dugout to the mound. Ground ball to third, 2 hops for Anderson. He gets and throws, and there are 2 down. So how many steps, if that's the baseline, plus minus, as they do, 1 or 2, but how many steps do you suppose Bob Kipper has taken?
Man.
Not just this year, but in
career,
9 years as the pitching coach here?
Yeah, sometimes it depends on who's pitching.
Yes, it does. Didn't have to take many for Manuel Medina.
Oh, my gosh,
last
he was
night.
so good. At one point, it was something like 49 pitches and 37 strikes. And could have been less than that if there had been a playmate of the first.
Right. Justin Janis with 2 outs fouls the first pitch away. And that pitch is down and in.
Well, Dan, you go the distance to provide information.
As Hall of Famer Marty Brenneman used to say, it's our never-ending effort to bring it all to you. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Change up down. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
And so, the pitching mound's sacred territory, and they were kind of working on it when you went out there, right?
But I don't know if you noticed or not.
I did. I saw you stopped. You did the right thing.
I also asked Greg if it was okay if I did what I wanted to do.
So yes.
I got prior approval.
Yeah, if we're just walking around on the field, like, who are those 2 guys? Come right off the street.
We get that from ownership all the time.
Hey, I think I'll just go out there and throw a couple pitches.
Yeah, right. You guys got a ticket?
We're going to give you one for trespassing.
No kidding. Here's the 1-2 pitch again. Cohen trying for a second straight 1-2-3 inning, and another foul back by Janis.
Boy, effective, Dan, so far, mid-90s, and then he's able to break it off to a good start.
Janis had the 3-run double off Isaac Stebbins in the top of the 9th inning last night that gave them the 8-6 lead. Again, the 1-2. And a slow roller by the mound. It will sneak through and get into center field for a base hit. Well, with the positioning for a left-handed batter, Framey De Leon at second pulled toward the hole, and Godbout, even though he was shading up the middle, that ball just to the right of the mound, able to sneak through.
Yeah, he had to go a long way if you're talking about Godbout. And even if De Leon gets it, his momentum's taking him the other way, and he's sliding anyway. So good AB.
Janis now 5 for 10 in this series with 5 runs batted in. First pitch to Logan Braunschweig is a strike on the outside corner. He played on Tuesday night, went 2 for 3. Those are his first 2 hits since being called up to the High A Rome Emperors. The 0-1, swing and a miss on a breaking ball, and Cohen ahead at no balls and 2 strikes. So 60 pitch limit for Cohen, and the same for Devin Futrell in the nightcap. He's about to throw number 24 here, and it's fouled straight back. 1 on and 2 outs. Top of the second inning, scoreless early. Pair of 7-inning games here at Fluor Field today. The 0-2 again, and another pop foul out of play. So Janus had extended his at-bat with a couple of fouls, got a base hit. Another 0-2 pitch to Braunschweig, and that one is skied routinely to center field. Will Turner gazing into the clouds. He puts it away, and the inning is over. So the 2-out hit, and that's all. And we head to the bottom of the second inning. Still looking for our first run in the first of two between the Drive and the Emperors here at Fluor Field today.
Ready to fly out west? Breeze Airways now offers the region's only nonstop flights to Los Angeles, California from GSP International Airport. Enjoy low fares, no change or cancellation fees, and convenient nonstop.
You already know about the great fresh food at Arden's Burger and Grill in Central. Now Arden's also operates Beef and Rib in Westminster. Two great ways to step up to a delicious plate. Find Arden's and Beef and Rib on Facebook today. Bottom of the second inning. Drive had him on the corners with 2 outs in the first, but Justin Reamer bounced back to the mound for the final out. So it's 6, 7, and 8. Turner, Montero, and Feliz against Garrett Bauman. Will Turner 0 for 8 in the series, has driven in a run. And he takes it off the outside corner. Ball 1. And a check swing foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Second game will not start any sooner than 6:45. They usually give 40 to 45 minutes between games. Turner swings and he hits one into right. Routine out there for Janus, moving a bit toward the line, and there's one down. And now Juan Montero, one of his infrequent appearances in the DH spot here in Game 1, hitting 173 on the year with 5 runs batted in. Had the Drive not won the game in the bottom of the 9th inning, and the game had gone extra innings, Montero would have been on the mound to start the 10th. With Albert Feliz in the lineup at that point. But Nellie Taylor drew the walk that drove in the winning run. First pitch was a swing and a foul. That one is grounded fair just inside third. Hit ricochets off of the inner wall. Played nicely by Braunschweig and left. And Montero forced to hold up at first base with a single.
Yep, that one gets into the corner. He's standing on second, but you get one more look at turned on it. Fair ball.
Now Albert Feliz, 1 for 2 with a walk after coming into the game for Anderson yesterday. He's hit in 3 straight, and he takes a fastball strike. So he's in the starting lineup scheduled for both games of the doubleheader today, and he's at 197. I've got a feeling he's going to get off the interstate today. The 0-1 to him, taps it foul at the plate, and he's behind no balls and 2 strikes. Framey De Leon waiting on deck. If we get that far, we go back to the top of the order for Henry Godbout. The 0-2 to Feliz. Breaking ball just missed the outside corner. 1-2. It's funny, they play him as an opposite field hitter in the outfield. Long pause, the 1-2 pitch, and another breaking ball down and away. 2-2. Overall numbers don't necessarily show it, but Feliz has been much more disciplined as the second half of the season has gone on. 2-2 pitch to him, and a broken bat, grounder to third. The bat ends up out in shallow left field.
Wow.
And that is a heck of a play by Sanchez to not only throw out Feliz, but the concentration to make the play with the bat flying over his head.
Yeah, helicoptering out that way. That may be as far as I've seen one go in the air, Dan, for a broken bat. And yeah, you're right. I mean, you look at the shortstop over there, Lodice, he's just kind of high-stepping, trying to get out of the way of it as it sails past him out of the grass in the outfield.
So second straight inning, the Drive get a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, and here's Framey De Leon. Last night, he was 0 for 2, but he was hit by pitches 3 times, including in that 9th inning. And he grounds one, a broken bat roller to third. That's picked up by Sanchez, and his easy throw in time to get De Leon, and the inning is over. So a 1-out single, and that's it for the Drive. 2 innings completed floor. Still looking for our first run, and the first of 2 between the Drive and the Rome Emperors. Back in a moment.
Because the things we make help make the world go round. We are builders, constantly creating things that make our world cleaner, healthier, and more connected, so that the small moments that help define who we are and the big plans that make life wonderful can keep on rolling. Because while gravity may keep our planet on its axis, it's what we build that keeps things moving forward. So with every turn, we'll keep building a world that works.
Folks, don't forget about our friends at Todaro Pizza, because I can promise you in the press box, we're not forgetting about them. But every Wednesday's Dollar Slice Night. Every Monday is Cheap Pizza Night from 5 to 10 p.m., and they have the lunch buffet every single day. Todaro Pizza just down the street from the ballpark on Markley. Tell them you heard about them here on the Drive broadcasts. 8-9-1 for Rome. So we move to the third, and here to call innings 3 and 4. Tom Van Hoy.
A good start for Luis Cohen, just his third opportunity with the Drive coming up in Salem on July 25th. He pitches 4 innings, giving up 1 run earned. He moves into the third, and he will face the bottom part of the order. Mac Gassetti is the 8th place hitter catching today, DH yesterday. Luis Sanchez, a couple of good plays at third in the inning prior to this, the half inning. Here's hit one down the right field line. It's going to just travel and land in foul ground, picked up out in right field. And Ferry Rodriguez, so familiar seeing him in left field, but he's over in right with Justin Reamer having an opportunity at left field today. So Gassetti hitting the 8th spot is catching today, 160. Home run, 13 runs batted in. Tough at the bottom part of the order for this Emperors team as well. He'll foul off a fastball. 95 off to the right side, stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I hear your fan club being very active down there today.
Bark in the Park Day at the ballpark. Here comes the 1-2. Be nice if there were some humans in that club, but
Yes.
you know. What are they saying? Oh, okay. So interesting to see Cohen. They're a good look right there, you know. So when I do the attendance, do I guess the dogs too? Or?
No, we've been through that.
I
Only
forgot all about it.
two-legged patrons.
Okay. I didn't know if tickets out included
No.
the dogs with Eric or not.
The dogs actually got in free.
Okay. All right. Do they get a free hot dog or anything like that? Here's the 1-2. Just off the plate outside. So Gassetti Sanchez and you're back up top for Colby Jones. We played third. This is a 7-inning ball game. It's a doubleheader today. Make up from previous series down in Rome. It bounces outside, so a walk to begin things here in the top half of the third inning. Cohen, 6 feet, 170, right-hand pitcher out of Venezuela. He's 22 years of age. Signed in January of 2022 as an international free agent, like a lot of these youngsters, 18 years of age. Coming up from Salem on July 25th, where he was 4-2 with an ERA, about 3.9. Had 11 starts there. Sanchez fouls it out of play down the right field line, so he's got experience in that particular category. In fact, in his career from the Dominican Summer League, or the Complex League, Low A, 13-10 ERA, 3.42, 64 appearances, 52 of those were starts. So it's pretty familiar territory for him as Sanchez fouls another one out of play down the right field line. He's down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes now. If you're just joining us, the Drive will be the visiting team in the nightcap tonight. And a big sweeping breaking ball, and he's way out in front. And good job there by Garcia to keep it in front. And he becomes a strikeout victim here on the breaking ball. And second one for Cohen, and out number 1 here in the top half of the third. And back up top for Colby Jones, who flied to right his first time up. Stan told you 4 hits yesterday. He plays in just his 6th game. First pitch is a breaking ball and outer part of the plate for a called strike. Fastball 93-95. And each year it has ticked up a little bit, getting into the Boston Red Sox program. That is part of what we have seen over the years, is get in with their people and a tendency for the velocity to ramp up a little bit. And that one at 95 outside evens the count at 1-1. He's got the curve at 74-78. 84-85 on the slider, and he also has a change with a 4-pitch mix. And there is a change up there, and it's fouled off the facing of the Drive dugout on the first base side. Boy, just a beautiful day for August in the upstate, where it's normally about 89, 90, and it was 79 at first pitch here this afternoon. Here's a high bounding ball. Who's going to get it? It is at third to second for 1. The relay to first not in time, but really had to wait on that as Anderson came over and made the play. If it gets past him, you've got Godbout there, but it'll be a much more difficult play. But got the lead runner at second for the second out.
But that's a really good example of what we talked about in the past of playing fast but not being in a hurry. Because there's nothing that Antonio Anderson could do to make that ball get to him any more quickly than it did. But then when he got it, he knew what he was going to do with it and was able to very rapidly make that throw to second to get the lead runner. He didn't hurry himself. Made the right play.
So 2 down now, top half of the third inning. No score in this one. First to 2 between these two. And Cohen will fire it over to first. And diving back over that way is Colby Jones. Racing Gassetti at second, who had reached via the walk to begin things here in the top half of the third inning. Line to left, first time up, hit that ball hard for Ledis. Throws back over again, a couple times that way. Let's see if he does decide to take off and go. Just in a small sample size, 6th game for Jones, he has stolen a couple of bases. Ledis plays in just his 4th game. Fastball, outer edge, good pitch. Mid-90s, knee-high, outer edge on the black, called strike. Big Breaking ball inside, up in the zone. That's a really good pitch as well. You went fastball away, then you came back up inside. I think gave up on it a little bit, but it came back over the plate and over the top on that, but ahead of the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Cohen has options here on this 0-2 pitch, and he goes with a big sweeping breaking ball, and it's off the plate, low and outside. Good take there by Lodis. 6'1", 190, 21 out of St. Augustine, Florida. Second round pick of the draft of 2025. This year, 60th overall out of Florida State. They had 11 players taken to the draft. There goes the runner, there goes the throw, and it is not in time, and having to leap and make that play and try to get on a sweeping tag there with the second baseman, Framie De Leon. So down at second down, you get one more look at it. And it has been an issue for the Drive this year. That is the 234th stolen base against the Drive this year, which is the most in the South Atlantic League, by 22 coming into today. Opposition successful 83% of the time. Fouled straight back, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, a runner on second base. So Lodis taken 60th overall out of Florida State, and he comes back inside with a breaking ball. We've seen that. The outside fastball inside to a right-hand hitter over the top, and he strikes him out, and that'll do it. Stranding Jones at second. We get to the bottom half of the third. Drive coming up. No scores so far in the first 2 here at Fluor Field.
That include fidget tools, noise-canceling headphones, verbal cue cards, and more, as well as designated quiet areas to better help our fans with sensory needs. To ensure a safe and enjoyable game atmosphere this afternoon, please be on the lookout for any foul balls, bats, gloves, or any other flying objects that may leave the field of play. Be sure to stay alert and stay safe. Fluor Field is shining brighter once again this year. The stadium has upgraded to all-new LED lighting that is on par with Major League Baseball. These shows will be during home runs, starting lineup introductions, Sweet Caroline, and after every Greenville Drive win. Please avoid the use of all derogatory and offensive language at all times while at the ballpark. Only those with authorized access are allowed on the field. Please stay behind the barrier for your safety and the safety of our players. The Greenville Drive, Boston Red Sox, and Major and Minor League Baseball, thank you for your cooperation.
We head to the bottom half of the third inning, the first 2 today between these 2 teams. Greenville Drive and the Rome Emperors. Drive winning in dramatic fashion last night with 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth. Win at 9-8. How about 17 runs, 18 hits, 15 walks between the two. 12 the Drive. 3 wild pitches, 3 hit by pitch, 4 errors. Left on base, 20. Drive had 13 left on base. Runners in scoring position. 2 out of 12, still able to get out of it. So some wild numbers last night. And so far, we're scoreless as we head to the bottom half of the third. And you start all over again at the top of the order against Garrett Bauman. And it's Henry Godbout. And he takes first pitch inside for a ball. 1-0 on the right-hand hitting Henry Godbout. We talked about Lodis out of Florida State last year, this year. This is the same thing for Godbout out of Virginia. And he was taken 75th overall. A couple of ACC guys. Next pitch called strike on 2-0. Goes 2 balls and 1 strike. 6'2", 190, 21 out of Brooklyn, New York. Second round pick. Compensatory pick, number 75 overall. Spent 3 years at UVA. And this pitch is inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. So another good at-bat. 3-year starter. Second base. Talk a little bit about him being at shortstop. And all the indications are drafted. And the Red Sox want to look at him at shortstop. He's been principally a second baseman. Called strike. Entered part of the plate at 95. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Talked about 97 of his final 101 games in the last 2 years. Played at second base, 2 at third base this year for Virginia, but
He was in the Northwoods League in 2023 and actually played 18 games in that league summertime at shortstop. It's a little bit of experience there. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Bauman to Godbout. He fouled out of play. Coming out of high school, the Baylor School in Tennessee. He was a Tennessee Player of the Year by Prep Baseball Report. Pretty good. He had 5'10", and he was the number 4 shortstop and the 17th player in prospect in Tennessee his senior year in high school. Out of Brooklyn, New York, though. Had a good at-bat there. Good patience. He takes it inside for ball 4, and that's how the bottom half of the third will begin with Godbout, the leadoff hitter, with Franklin Arias not playing in this one, but we'll see him in game 2.
Yep, we'll see him, and Godbout won't play in game 2.
Here comes Joferi Rodriguez. He walked his first time up. And left-hand hitter backs him off the plate there with the pitch that came inside at 94. Here to the second spot. He's out in right field. Johanfran Garcia on deck here in the top half of the third inning. No score. And the pitch and line over the leaping shortstop into left field for a base hit. So good job there. 95 outer part of the plate. Stayed back on it. Went the other way. Good AB. And Drive got something going. Let's see what they can do.
Well, this time they do it with nobody out instead of trying to threaten with 2 outs like they did in the first 2 innings. So see if Johanfran Garcia and Antonio Anderson behind him can make something happen here.
He had to do a fielder's choice his first time up, and he takes first pitch breaking ball outside for ball 1. Right-hand hitter. Bauman, big guy, 6'8", 245. Young guy, 20. 4th round pick of the draft of 2023 out of Florida. Fastball. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. So Garcia, 1 for 4, scored a run, strikeout. In game 1, didn't play last night. And with Garcia here, and then with Andrew Sett coming up from St. Louis, well, you've got Hudson White, Juan Montero, if you need that particular situation as well. So going to be a lot of moving parts behind the plate. Couple really young guys, too, with Garcia and Doucette. He made a nice catch on that pop-up and foul ground earlier in the ball game. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Runner on second, runner on first, and it's low and inside for a ball, so he can look pitch location if he wants to here. Playing in his 30th game, hitting .243 coming in, 4 home runs, 15 runs batted in. And he takes this one, had to hang on there momentarily, but just a bit upstairs, and all of a sudden the drive of the bases loaded with nobody out here at the bottom after the third in a scoreless ball game in the first of 2.
And that'll get pitching coach Horatio Ramirez out to the plate. By the way, just so you or nobody else thinks that I am in any way, shape, or form trying to dodge responsibility, but just genuinely forgot last night, I blew the call on the Godbout, what I thought was a home run. And, you know, I still don't know how the ball didn't get out of the ballpark, but you don't anticipate. So I am giving myself
got the golden mic.
Possession of the dreaded golden microphone for blowing that call yesterday.
And welcome in. We got the best seat in the house. Well, you might want to give it to me, though, because in the next half inning, I called a strike 3. It's sad.
Okay, here, you can have it.
All right, well, you know what? It'll be, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put it in the middle.
There we go.
And it is like a tennis match. So, we got 2 games today, Dan, let alone 1.
Might wear the shine off of that gold before it's over.
Zach Neubauer doing over there, man. Hey, bases loaded. Let's see what the Drive can do out on the field and try to get something going here. They've had opportunity with the bases loaded in the first 2 games and produced a couple times. Helped via the walks last night to win the ball game 9-8.
Yeah, still haven't gotten the big hit, much less the grand slam, but did draw 3 bases-loaded walks yesterday.
Here's Antonio Anderson in a 1-1 count. He singled hard to right his first time up. Boy, would like to get something here. Way over the top of an off-speed pitch at 83. So Bauman can run it up there at 95, and when he does that, and you're maybe not anticipating that, he was way over the top. Anderson had an RBI base hit in the game last night. He had one the previous game as well, so he's made some pretty good contact in certain situations. As this one stays inside, goes 2 balls, 2 strikes. No place to put him. Nobody out, 3 on here. Bottom 3 way outside, and the count goes 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, just looking at Bauman's numbers coming in, 20 walks to 84 strikeouts in 88 1/3 innings at the beginning of this game. This lack of command is not normal for him. You got to take advantage of it.
3-2 pitch, big cut there, 95, fouled it straight back. He has given up 10 home runs, but the drive, 8th in the league at 232 loaded, 20 out of 111, 24 of those singles, 4 doubles. Now they have walked 14 times, and a couple of them last night turned out to be the difference in the game. 75 RBI with the bases loaded, 7th in the South Atlantic League. And he gets him.
Nope.
Fouled it back. He
just got a piece.
Went breaking ball. That's a pretty good pitch right there. 3-2 pitch, big guy, runs it up there mid-90s, and just got a piece of it. Anderson with 24 runs batted in. He plays in his 58th game. He's another young guy, 19 years of age. And here comes the pitch, and he hits it high. He hits it deep out into right field. Janus going back. He's on the track right in front of the sign. The run will come home, though. Major league contact there. Almost got one there, Dan, but he did what he needed to do to get the run home from third as Godbout comes down. The drive take a 1-0 lead here in the third.
Just for a second,
yes,
I thought we finally had the first grand salami of the year, but had a little too much topspin on it.
But another good at-bat.
Yep.
I mean, he hit the ball hard, and he did a great job of fouling off a 3-2 breaking ball to give himself an opportunity. So tagging Rodriguez, and he goes to third, and he'll be up to Justin Reamer with 1 down and takes the first pitch for a called strike.
And kind of quietly, that's 4 straight games with an RBI for Anderson now.
He's at third base this afternoon, at first base to begin things, and then Feliz pinch hit for him last night as well. Big breaking ball. Reamer lays off. He grounded back to the mound his first time up. Justin playing in left field today. Henry Godbout signing and coming to the program. Will get extensive time at second base. This one high for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Reamer showing his versatility in left field, 4th time this year. He's played right field once. Here's the pitch. He turns on it and fouls it way down the left field line. And some kids are going to scramble for it and run through the picnic tables and
run through a lot of stuff.
Run by people that are coming in. Could get a souvenir there. Broke that bat. And, you know, then we've seen it before when Marcelo Meyer came up and it was Matthew Lugo had to move over to the third. Then he moved into the outfield, and so Reamer showing his versatility. He's actually played a couple of games at shortstop this year as well, but principally been at second base.
Yep.
And, you know, he's been good over there with the transfer and the double plays. We talked to Liam Carroll a little bit about that in terms of when you have a lot of moving parts and the chemistry between particularly your middle infielders.
Well, the rest of the way, it's going to be mostly Arias at short, which is where he's going to play, and Godbout at second. So those two will be able to start to develop some chemistry. Won't be every game, but it'll be most of the time.
A new bat now, 2-2 pitch. There's breaking ball, and just off the plate and somewhat statuesque there, holding it. Cassetti didn't get the call. Then it goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes, much like it was on Anderson. And he threw him a breaking ball on 3-2 and fouled it off before he hit it deep into right field to score that run. And this stays upstairs, ball 4, so a good at-bat by Reamer, and all of a sudden they're loaded again. 3rd walk in this inning. The Drive had 12 walks last night. And it provides opportunity for Will Turner, who flied out to right his first time up. Still loaded. 1-0 ball game. Drive with the lead here in the bottom half of the third. And as you well know, you can never have enough runs.
No. We saw that last night, didn't we?
Plate. We always talk about in baseball, and one of the toughest things to do in sports is to get that 27th out, and it was a tough one for Rome last night. Ball one, swing and a miss. Up around his eyes there, tried to go get it. Turner, 154, just 14 now for 92. He's got a couple of home runs, 9 runs driven in. And this one's called strike, 94 outer edge, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he'll need to protect here. Left-hand hitter. Bauman comes right at you at 6'8". Runners on every base, trying to add on to a 1-0 lead. And this one in the dirt. Good job by Gassetti to block it. Laid off of that breaking ball. Turner like Reamer, 2 in the lineup, with more walks than strikeouts from the stretch. The pitch. And just off the edge, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So here we go, 3rd consecutive time. Going to deliver a 3-2 pitch. Get a good look there. There are Reamer, Garcia, and Rodriguez. On the base paths now in a 1-0 ball game. And this ball's hit into right field again. And here comes Janis. He'll make the catch, the tag. Coming home, and here's the throw to third, and he is safe there. Rodriguez across the plate on another sacrifice fly. Kind of stumbling into third base there, but successfully was Johan Garcia. And again, Turner down on the count, got something he could handle, and he got it out of the right field, much like Antonio Anderson, and he'll take the deja vu all over again and take the RBI and the drive of taking a 2-0 lead here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, 2 pieces to that. Garcia's got to make sure he gets to third safely, because if he is out at third before Rodriguez crosses the plate, the run doesn't count. And Yofiri Rodriguez, you saw in the replay, looked over his shoulder, saw what was happening, and put on a little burst of speed to make sure he got there.
And here is the pitch to Juan Montero, who singled his first time up to left field. Yeah, we saw that. It was a line drive, right? And there was a double play in one of the games we did recently. I think Reamer was on first, and that ended the inning.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why you run hard from third, able to score. So 2 balls, no strikes. Montero getting a chance to play the DH role. He hits in the 7th spot. Albert Feliz next, and maybe Remy De Leon here. Job by the drive. They still like to add on to this 2-0 lead. High fastball, swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike. Montero now 10 for 53, playing in his 18th game. Didn't get a chance to play all that much. That wide open stance, that left foot, toe up on the ground, foot up in the air, fouls it straight down, and went off his foot. And it's amazing how it works, because he's going down to bended knee there to the right in front of the drive dugout of the first base side. And
wondered if that one got the knee. We'll get another look at it. Center field camera.
Oh, yeah, right. Back right one, maybe. Boy, he's got that big leg kick with the left. And he looks like he's got a shin guard on, but you're looking at it there, and he's pointing down. And he's a guy that, does have obviously that experience behind the plate. Hopping around there, Liam Carroll out. Trainer as well.
Yeah, Rio Nagafuchi, the assistant trainer, making sure he's okay.
Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes. So I'll tell you that pitch count, Dan, 67 for Bauman. This will be his 38th pitch in this inning. With 3 walks along the way, 12 of them last night for the drive.
Action in their bullpen.
With a towel. Big breaking ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Logan Samuels was at 46.
It was. So again, here we go. This is 4 consecutive. Trying to think if Johan from Garcia, he might have gone 3-2, didn't he? But I don't know if you have that written down over there. But this would be 4 consecutive. 3-2 pitches, 2 down. Runners on first and third, a pair of sacrifice fly. Drive on the year now with 30. And there goes the runner, and it swung on and fouled out of play. Of course, taken off with 3-2 count. Now, Reamer with pretty good speed. If he could hit one, man, look where the center fielder, Drake, again, is shaded to the right side, relatively shallow, and out in left field in this one is Ronschwei, and he is over in left center field. And this ball's hit into right field for a base hit. How about that? Off speed, goes the other way. Runner coming home to score, Garcia. Big 2-out base hit. Juan Montero, he's 2 for 2. He just picked up an RBI, his 6th on the year. That's a big 2-out base hit if the Drive go up 3-0.
Yeah, pitch count being what it is, that's going to be all for Garrett Ballman. The Drive just poking and poking and poking, being patient at the plate. And we have an Atlanta Bread Company call to the bullpen. We will return and tell you about the new pitcher in just a moment.
And your home team are as community-minded, as hospitable, and as much fun as ours are. When your hometown and your home team are worth clapping and shouting and cheering for. When your hometown and your home team are at the top of their game, well, then all of us who live here and work here and root here are champions. The Greenville Drive, our home team. For tickets, visit greenvilledrive.com.
You might know that State Farm agent Ed Patterson has great service. He's your good neighbor after all. But did you know State Farm has surprisingly great rates too? Yep, that's right. Along with good neighbor service, State Farm agent Ed Patterson has surprisingly great rates for everyone in Greenville. So call State Farm agent Ed Patterson at 864-322-0031 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Call to the bullpen. Left-hander Riley Fry coming on.
6'1", 185, 23 out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. He came up on April 23rd. Augusta. And 19th round pick of the draft of 2023 out of Wisconsin, Milwaukee. In the Horizon League. 1-3 ERA, 4.50. 14th appearance. See his numbers there on the screen. And he has 6 starts along the way, 50 total innings, 27 runs, 25 earned, 41 hits, struck out 50, walked 17, allowed 7 home runs, opposition hitting 218. So yeah, 40 pitches in that inning, and Bauman is out, the number 5 prospect in the Atlanta Braves organization. Here's Albert Feliz, and a big swing and a miss on a big breaking ball from the left-hander.
And Tom, he threw 70 pitches and only 36 strikes.
That's a tough way to make a living. 3 walks in the inning. Drive has scored 3 runs. And this pitch is taken for a ball. So runners on first and third. Feliz will hit, then maybe De Leon. Feliz, the 8th hitter in this bottom half of the 3rd inning. Remember now, it's a 7-inning ball game, the first 2 here this afternoon. And the pitch backs him off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, the Drive, much like Rome, have had difficulties against left-hand pitching. 11th in the league at 194, just ahead of Rome. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And did he go too far? They'll say, yep, he did. They'll appeal that one. He was the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 down. Walk, base hit, walk. Sacrifice fly, Anderson. Walks RBI by Will Turner on a sac fly. Both of them came to right. And then Montero on a 3-2 pitch. 4 consecutive hitters went to 3-2 counts. And Montero hit one into right field. And the pitch fouled up the third base side. And again, that was, and you can almost take a picture of it. Right end hit at the plate. Second baseman is shaded up the middle, and that one just rolls right into right field for an RBI. So Albert Feliz with a chance here. Get a little bit of pitch. He fouled that one up the third base side. And there's a fastball right down the middle. And it's called third strike. But nonetheless, the Drive able to take advantage of those 3 walks and a couple of base hits, 2 sacrifice flies. They put 3 on the board. We're through 3 complete. We head to the top of the 4th. Rome coming up. Drive with a 3-0 lead here at Fluor Field.
Do you know people who love baseball? Sure you do. Bring them on out to a Drive game. Drive groups are the perfect way to entertain clients, celebrate employees, or to just celebrate the magic of baseball with your friends and family. Visit GreenvilleDrive.com for details. There's no better way to experience Greenville Drive baseball than a Drive ticket plan. Learn more about the amenities all ticket plan holders can enjoy, including complimentary Green Monster seats, front porch access, year-round VIP event invitations, merchandise discounts, and more. Do you know someone who deserves to be honored? Well, scan the code on the board right now. Nominate them for a Wally call-out. Our friends at Waldrop Heating and Air are helping us highlight folks who are doing great things in our community. Scan the QR code on the screen and give these community stars the recognition they deserve. Celebrate your birthday party with the Drive. Our friends at Burger King help bring your birthday celebration to life with baseball.
3-inning totals, the Drive, 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. And for Rome, no runs, a hit, and no errors.
Well, Luis Cohen back out on the mound now, and as he takes the hill here in the top half of the 4th inning, his team, the Greenville Drive, have a 3-0 lead. Took advantage of 3 walks, a couple of sacrifice flies, RBI base hit by Juan Montero, and right now, anyway, looking pretty good as we get into the 4th inning. 46 pitches, 34 of those were strikes. How about that? So great command and control by Cohen. He's on a 60-pitch count here this afternoon. Only his 3rd appearance with the Greenville Drive. And just 4 total innings to run earned. 6K, 2 walks coming in, allowed 1 home run. So it'll be Isaiah Drake, Cooper McMurray, and then Mason Boera. 3, 4, and 5 in the Rome order. And the first pitch is a called strike, a 92-mile-an-hour fastball there. Cohen's last outing was Saturday, Winston-Salem. 5-3 loss, no decision, 1 1/3 in relief. That was back of Brandon Clark. His other opportunity came on July 26th here against Hub City. That was a 4-1 loss. His debut went 2 2/3 in that one through 52 pitches. He'll have an opportunity here with a 60-pitch count as we move into the 4th, and a 1-1 count to the left-hand hitting Drake. He's way over the top on a breaking ball. Hit into a fielder's choice, Drake did first time up. Just his 7th game. In fact, the first 4 in the lineup. Talked a little bit about this in the first 2 games between these two. Then first 4, just 17 games. Swing and a miss on a fastball, and he will be set down as the first out here in the top of the 4th inning. So the first 4 in the order with Jones, Lodice, Drake, and McMurray. Just a total of 17 games with Rome, and a lot of changes, and you see that throughout the course of the year, particularly late in the year and after the draft as well. There are 3 players, including McMurray, who's at the plate now and takes a called strike. He struck out first time up, breaking ball at 85. And that's the 3rd strikeout to 1 walk. And just off the plate outside. So Drake goes down swinging at a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. As Cohen will face the heart of the order here in the top half of the 4th inning. Another big left-hand hitter playing first base tonight. Big swing and a miss. Went off speed. Over the top in that one. And Mr. McMurray's another one of those guys. He played in Game 1, 0 for 1, a run. He walked 3 times in that 4-3 win. Walks were detrimental to the Drive in that game as well. Check swing. He did not go. And it evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Cohen looking good. McMurray 6'4", 235, 23 out of Tulsa. From Auburn, 3 years there. Outer part of the plate. Garcia thought he got one there, but he didn't. He goes 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Both of these guys, umpires, have had tight strike zones.
Yep, and if you roam, they had it tight in the 9th last night. Here's the pitch, a big bounding ball, and second baseman has it, but not going to be able to make a play, and holds on to the ball. And the second baseman today is De Leon. Godbat was behind him, was playing short today with Franklin Arias getting the game off. But that ball was hit up the middle, and his momentum taken the other way, literally across the second base bag, headed toward the shortstop area. Just put it in his pocket, and there you go with an infield base hit.
Just watching it, it looked like he wanted to make that throw across his body and didn't get a handle. He double clutched and then decided, probably wisely, not to try to make the throw. And now you've got Bob Kipper out. We'll get another look at it. De Leon had to go a long way to get it and watch. He was going to throw it there and couldn't, and then decided not to let it go.
But that's a good decision. We've seen too many players try to make that kind of play. All right, so for those that weren't with us, Bob, how many steps?
I counted from the top of the dugout to the mound to the rubber, 34 steps.
Okay.
So it'd be a 68-step round trip at my stride, and I'm watching Kip, and it's a reasonable stride.
Yeah.
So again, plus minus, we'll say plus minus 2.
Now we're breaking down the stride.
Yes, we are.
The drive with a 3-0 lead here in the top half of the 4th inning, and an infield base hit by McMurray. Had 3 years at Auburn, 1 year at Kansas. He might have played in that Kansas-Cincinnati game where they didn't play because it was 32 degrees. He might have been on the team for the Jayhawks that day. And he's another one of those guys that signed in 2025 as well. 3 on this Rome team as well. And this one high and tight as it goes 2 balls and no strike to Mason Guerra. DH hit to the 5th spot. He grounded out to the third baseman, Anderson, and he hits a line shot to Godbat, and he'll throw back to first. But tell you what, nice read over there by McMurray. You caught the freeze. Of course, it was hit so hard he wasn't too far off the bag. But nonetheless, that ball stung hard and Godbat it short. You get one more look at it.
Well, we were told 60-pitch limit. That was pitch number 59, so they're going to let him pitch to Janus and try to close out this 4th inning. And whoever the next pitcher is going to be, either Eric Rivera or Adam Smith, get to start a clean inning if he can get this out.
Yep, and it'll be against Justin Janus, who takes the first pitch for a ball. He lined into center field his first time up. He leads the team in hitting at .259, and in 9 different categories he leads. Same thing with Ambioris Tavares. And the reason that is because those 2 guys have been here longer than anybody. We have so many other players that have come in as he takes the strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. So if and when we give you those numbers, they aren't very good offensively. And the pitch way outside with the 3.6 runs per game and hitting .218, you can go on down the line, but that's a moot point with all of the new players that are here.
E.J. Exposito's gone. Clohissy's gone. I mean,
keep going right down the line. And here's one that's fouled up the third base line. So it is a situation where the drive battling we talked about and gave you a look at the standings. 1.5 games out, Bowling Green and Hub City are tied for the top. But it's a Rome team that's only won 19 games on the road. It's tied for the least in the South Atlantic League, and the Drive have been pretty good at home, 4th as far as number of wins this year. So,
and you think about the Drive. Who's not here? Blaze, Brannon, Alcantara, Lugo, Earhart.
Keep going.
I mean,
Yep.
So it happens.
Yeah, you've got to make those kind of adjustments, and the Drive did in 2023.
Right.
And got themselves into the playoffs. Now they did win the first half by a half game. Here's a ball that's hit to center field, and it'll be Will Turner there. He'll glide over to his right and Left-hander will make that catch and flip it on over to Justin Reamer. So good job by Luis Cohen. He gave Liam Carroll what he needed in the first 4. And we'll head to the bottom half of the 4th, see if the drive can add to a 3-0 lead.
This evening to get your passport punched. Thanks for being a part of the froggiest club in the upstate, Reedy's Kids Club. Stay up to date on the action all year round by following the drive on social media. Get game updates, exclusive content, ticket information, and much more by following the drive on YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Hey fans, take your look to the next level at the Drive Team Store. Hats, jerseys, t-shirts, and more. At the Drive Team Store, we have the style that will make you smile. Located on the first base, third base, and Main Street gate. Get your Drive swag on today. Saturdays are for the district. Stop by District 356 before every Saturday home game for a pregame street party. There's DJs, inflatables, face painters, and more. It's fun for the whole family, and it's free to attend. Check out Saturdays on the District, presented by Publix. Can't get enough.
Well, we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Riley Fry with a clean inning. He came in and cleaned it up for Garrett Bauman with a strikeout looking of Albert Police. He'll get Remy De Leon at the bottom part of the order and then face Henry Godbout up top, and then Yofiri Rodriguez as well. Good look there at Fry, the left-hander. Last outing was Saturday against Greensboro in relief. He was the winning pitcher. 3 innings, no runs, no hits, 3K, a walk, 49 pitches, 30 of those were strikes. His 3 previous games, though, he pitched 8 2/3, giving up 10 runs. We'll see what he can do here against De Leon, who grounded out to the third baseman his first time up, and it's Luis Sanchez over at third again in this one. We'll see him there in game 2 as well. First pitch called strike to De Leon. He was now 11 out of 73, playing in his 24th game. This one off the plate for ball 1. Right-hand hitter, left-hand pitcher. He hits it high, he hits it deep down the left field line. This ball is going to go into the corner, and it's off the wall. He'll try for 2. There goes the throw into second, and he's there. Tell you, that was relatively close. Good play by Braunschweig out there in left field. The throw comes a little bit to the inner part of the infield there, and he slides by on the backside. That's a good way to start here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. He goes down and he gets it and picks up his 4th double of the year.
Yeah, I know he wasn't hitting much at Salem either after he got sent down earlier this season. But maybe it's just me, but he looks more comfortable at the plate.
You know, and he's another one of those young guys as well. 5'10", 155, 20 out of the Dominican Republic. Getting a chance to play a little bit.
Got 7 figures to sign.
Yeah. So here's Henry Godbout, and he'll hit a ground ball to the third baseman. He got kind of turned around, and there goes the runner to the third, and is he going to get in there? He is. Wow, that was a close play. Godbout swinging, hit that ball, and he just kind of spin out of there, threw him out at first base, and then the return throw back to third was pretty close. You get a look at it here. Yeah, he did like a 360 spin there, and it was Sanchez. He fires over McMurray, and the return throw, and just on the back side out of there, he will slide in there and swipe it with that left hand, but on down to third on the ground ball. And here is Rodriguez swinging first pitch and golfs it off to our left and up over the roof. Strike 1. Drive got 3 runs in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Taking advantage of 3 walks along the way. A couple of sacrifice flies and a base hit by Montero. Sacrifice by Anderson and Turner. And this one hit. Second baseman comes up, bended knee, throws home, and he's safe.
Yep, he got the hand in the back door. That's a good call by Robert Bonnet, the home plate.
Man, what a play.
And it really, from Rome's standpoint, it takes away from the play that Colby Jones made. He almost pulled that one out.
Oh, that was fantastic. And this is the first game that Jones has played at second. So on at first now, Rodriguez. So the infield was in. Here comes one other look from
the high home plate, though. That's the one that gave you the best look at it.
And the positioning by the home plate umpire, well done as well. And there's one that's popped up. Will it be in play? Nope, could have come back and out of play. Yeah, you know what? We could have made that play.
Maybe. Had our kind of velocity on it.
Yes, it did.
But, give
the low exit velocity.
Yeah, give credit to Robert Bonnet for not going with the ball beat him there so he's out mentality. You see that.
Here's one that's skied high, and it is headed toward the outfield. Who's going to take control is going to be Drake out in center field. He makes the catch for out number 2.
Hey, Tom, by the way, that's 5 straight games with an RBI now for Yofiri Rodriguez.
Well, and he's coming off the Liam Carroll coming down there. And
yep, they're not going to let Antonio Anderson bat right-handed. So Friley Encarnacion's going to come off the bench to pinch hit.
Well, we saw this last night with Feliz after Anderson had a couple of ABs, but they don't want him to bat right-handed. He's a switch hitter. He's had a little bit of an issue there when he completes the swing, and it'll be lefty against lefty. So they're going to give Encarnacion an opportunity here with 2 down now after Garcia had popped up to center field. Drake made that catch, and first pitch swinging fouls it out of play down the left field line.
Yeah, it's a little issue in his left shoulder, and he can't swing from the right side without pain.
And the next pitch, swing and a miss, down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Encarnacion hitting .201, playing in his 44th game. Has shown his versatility on the infield as well. De Leon playing at second. We've seen Encarnacion principally at third and at first. So he'll slide over to Feliz, and Feliz came up with a big base hit to begin things in the 9th inning last night when the Drive scored 3. A bounty ball up the third base side. And the other part about that is, Dan, with De Leon, the infield was in, and Jones made an outstanding play. But he ran hard on contact and coming home, and just able to swipe across the plate before the tag by Cassetti. And the Drive lead at 4-0.
Well, and
straight back.
The point you made, going in with the right hand to the backside of the plate, if he goes with the left hand, then he's going to be out.
Yes.
But he goes in with the right hand, and the tag comes through and gets him around the waist.
Which is a really good read as he gets set to deliver the 0-2 pitch. Because most time you're going farther into the dirt side, foul out of play, and you're going to come across with the left hand.
Heads up down there.
Yeah.
Up on the concourse at the top of the berm.
So the Drive leading 4-0, got 3 runs in the third, took advantage of 3 walks. And here in this inning, leadoff double by De Leon. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it as Encarnacion will strike out from Riley Fry, but nonetheless, the Drive able to get an RBI infield hit by Yofiri Rodriguez that had scored Remy De Leon to put one on the board. We're through 4 complete. 4-0 Drive. Dan Scott back with a play-by-play after this.
Regional nonprofit, 10 at the top to spotlight organizations across the region that are making this a leading place to live, learn, do business, and raise a family. Today's spotlight organization is the Blue Ridge Arts Council in Oconee County. The Blue Ridge Arts Council is committed to bringing arts to the people and people to the arts. Its Arts Center is in Seneca, the oldest church in that city, and includes 4 galleries as well as studio classroom space. These spaces allow for artists to show their work throughout the year while also providing art classes, painting groups, artist demonstrations, events, and meetings. You can learn more about the Blue Ridge Arts Council and other regional Spotlight organizations at www.tenathetop.org/spotlight. The Greenville Drive trusts Dura Edge, and you can too. Dura Edge is dedicated to a safer, more playable infield surface.
As we move on to the top of the fifth inning, the Drive making the Atlanta Bread Company call to the bullpen, and it is right-hander Adam Smith.
6'2", 180-25, Westchester, Pennsylvania, 14th round pick of the draft of 2021 by San Diego out of UNC Wilmington. That eventually would be signed by Boston as a minor league free agent in April of 2024. 4.2 ERA. 3.23, 25th appearance. He's got a couple of starts, 3 for 3 in save opportunities. 55 2/3 innings, 20 runs, all earned, 40 hits, 55 strikeouts to 20 walks. He's allowed 4 home runs, hit 4 wild ones. Opposition only 201.
And that ERA has been steadily moving downward. And a pitch clock violation on the hitter, Logan Braunschweig, so he's down a strike. Fly to center is only at bat. And Smith with the 0-1, down and in, ball and a strike. So Luis Cohen, 4 innings, 2 hits, no runs, a walk, 4 strikeouts, 65 pitches, and 44 strikes. It's a good effort for him. And here's Smith, a chance to swoop in and possibly pick up a win, but there's a line drive base hit into center field by Braunschweig. So that's how the Rome fifth begins. Now Max Cassetti, who walked his first time up. Garrett Ballman for Rome, 2 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs earned, 4 walks, a strikeout, 70 pitches, and only 36 strikes. Smith ready with his first pitch to Gassetti, and it's a good breaking ball for a strike. Smith has thrown 4 double play ground balls this year, which is tied for second most on the team. There's a foul back. And technically, it's tied for the team lead because John Holobetz, who had thrown 5, has been promoted to Double-A Portland. No balls, 2 strikes. Long pause, 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, and he pops it into shallow center. Turner gliding a bit towards left center, puts it away, and there's 1 down. Just a reminder that in tonight's second game, Rome will be the home team. Major League Baseball rule governing such things here in the minor leagues. The rainout that took place in Rome earlier this year, the Drive does not go back there. And quite honestly, were both teams, the Drive not in a 3-way race for the second half championship, they very well could have just punted the game, but because it could have bearing on the standings, there's a breaking ball and a throw down to first, not in time, 1-1. Because it could have bearing on who wins the second half, they have to play it. And because it was rained out at Rome, they will be the home team in Game 2 today. 1-1 pitch. Just missed inside, 2-1. And we saw that against Asheville here earlier this season. Drive leading at 4-0, top of the 5th. Runner goes, 2-1 pitch is a high bounding ball. Here comes De Leon in behind the mound from the grass and his running throw in time to get Sanchez with Braunschweig moving up to second base, and they are 2 down.
That's a really nice play because if he lets that ball hit again, he's not going to get him. He catches it at a belt high there, underhanded, fired across, sidearm, and got it.
When he gloved that ball, he was on the grass halfway between the mound and second base. Now here's Colby Jones, 0 for 2. Runner at second and 2 down, and Smith's first pitch is on the inside corner, a strike. A few more folks trickling into the ballpark as the afternoon starts to turn into the early evening. The 0-1, and that's fouled into the screen above the first base dugout. And the drive righty ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Beginning play today, Liam Carroll's club is 1.5 games behind both Hub City and Bowling Green. Here's the 0-2, and it's grounded by the mound, but there's De Leon shading him up the middle, throws him out. Inning is over. So after giving up the leadoff single, Smith retires 3 in a row, and we are halfway through the 5th inning. Drive 4, Rome nothing. We'll return to floor right after this.
Take me out to the ball game. For its root, the drive. Sing it with me, Greenville. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. All right, dogs, you're included. Let's chicken dance. Y'all give it up for Gus as well, making his debut on the dugout.
State Farm agent Ed Patterson standing by to help you with great service and surprisingly great rates. Visit him today at Cherrydale Plaza in Greenville. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there doing the chicken dance on Bark in the Park night here at Fleur. Justin Reamer will lead it off against Riley Fry, and then Will Turner and Juan Montero. Bottom of the 5th, 7-inning game. Pair of 7-inning games in this doubleheader today, and the first pitch is a little bit low, a breaking ball, ball 1. Reamer has bounced back to the mound and drew 1 of the 3 walks that Garrett Bauman issued in the 3rd inning. Here's a ground ball deep behind third. Nice backhanded pick by Sanchez, and he throws out Reamer for the first out of the inning.
Now, well done. That is a long, long throw. And able to glove it, gather, and accurate throw to get him hit hard.
Now Will Turner has flied to right twice. The second one, a sac fly that drove in a run in the 3-run 3rd. And the first pitch to him was a breaking ball in the dirt. Again, probably about 45 minutes between games. The 1-0 misses inside 2-0. The drive will throw lefty Devin Futrell in game 2. And he'll be opposed by a left-hander, Jacob Krager. There's a breaking ball strike. And Tom brought up the point a little earlier. These are the 2 worst teams in the South Atlantic League, batting average-wise, against left-handed pitching. Strike 2 called another breaking ball. The drive coming in, hitting 194 against lefties. And that's 9 points better than Rome's 185. 2-2. Break-even pitch and a check swing and a breaking ball. He went, says field umpire Dalton Kilgore. We get the look from the third base camera. It's borderline. And just if you're wondering as a fan, is there a technical place where the bat has to cross before it's a strike or not? The answer to that is no. That is simply a judgment call by the umpire once it is appealed to him. There's no plane that the bat gets to where it's definitely a strike or definitely a check swing. It's all in the judgment of the umpire once the appeal goes. The issue you have when you only have two umpires with nobody on base there and a left-handed batter at the plate, Dalton Kilgore is on the first base side. If you have four umpires, you would appeal that to the third base umpire with a left-handed hitter up. 1-1 to Montero, who's 2 for 2 with an RBI, and he takes a big hack and fouls that one back to the screen. Outfield really swinging around to the right for him now. Fry trying for the 1-2-3 fifth inning. And a ground ball to third, again near the line, deep behind the bag, and Sanchez equal to the task once again. Throws out Montero, and the drive go quickly and quietly here in the fifth inning. We are through 5 completes. Still 4-0 Greenville over Rome.
On the screen, and we're going to show our lovely Greenville Drive players. You've got to guess which player owns which dog. Jen, are you ready? She said yeah. All right, let's go ahead and show that first picture. That's a cute dog. All right, is it A, Noah Dean, B, Franklin Arias, C, Isaac Stebbins, or D, Bob Kipper? What do you think, Jenna?
C.
She's saying C as in cat. Let's see what the answer is. You are right. Let's go. 1 for 1. She's batting 1,000 right now. Let's go to that second question. All right. A, Andrew Musset. B, Liam Carroll. C, Will Turner. Or D, Noah Dean. What are you thinking?
B.
She's thinking B. Is it Liam Carroll's dog? It is not. That's okay. That's okay. You still got half right. That's pretty good. All right, let's see that third one. Oh, that's a cute dog. Look at those eyes. All right, is it A, Juan Montero, B, Hudson White, C, Nelly Taylor, or D, Will Turner? She said A, Juan Montero.
Well, we move on to the 6th inning. Adam Smith's second inning of relief. Drive leading at 4-0. 2, 3, and 4 in the Rome lineup, and here to call the 6th, Tom Van Hoy.
Yeah, you had a good look at Adam Smith there, back of Luis Cohen, who did a really good job. 60 pitch count. He got 64, got him through 4. Smith gives up a base hit, but he got the next 3 out, and he will get 2, 3, and 4 here in the top half of the 6th inning. Alex Ludice, Isaiah Drake, and then Cooper McMurray here. And Smith has been good in his role with the Drive this year. Here's the first pitch, swung on, popped up. You love that. Left field. Justin Reamer coming over, and he'll make the catch off to his left. 1 pitch, 1 out. Ludice had lined to left field and struck out in his previous at-bats, and now 0 for 3. Here comes Isaiah Drake, who popped up in foul ground. Catcher Johanford Garcia also struck out in his 2 at-bats. Last time out for Smith was Saturday at Winston-Salem, 5-3 loss. Winston-Salem got 5 in the top of the first against Brandon Clark that day. He came in a little bit later on and settled things down with 3 innings, no runs, a hit, a couple of Ks. Didn't walk anybody. 44 pitches, 27 of those were strikes. There's a pitch off the plate to Drake, who's played at center field again tonight. And he swings and misses on the next pitch, way over the top, 1 ball and 1 strike. We mentioned that Smith 2 starts, and one of them actually came against Rome here back on June 3rd. So he gets set to deliver this pitch. Breaking ball, great pitch. Outside edge, called strike 1 and 2. Drive picked up a 7-3 win that day. He went 5 innings, 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 walks. 60 pitches, 35 of those were strikes. So he has that ability to come in and give you a spot start as well and give you some length, what he did with those 5 innings. And this is what he would like to do to back a Cohen here. That pitch comes inside, and even the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 down now. And the pitch, big swing by Drake and foul back. And out of play. Henry Godbout playing shortstop. Signed with the Drive this year out of Virginia. A story pick and 75th overall in the draft. Principally a second baseman in his 3 years at Virginia, a little bit of the Northwoods League and one of the summers. Fouled out of play again. Drake, 6 feet, 180-20, another young guy. 5th round pick of the draft of 2023. North Atlanta High School. And fouled out of play. So Antonio Anderson, a high school selection out of the Atlanta area as well. Fouled out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. There's plenty of room on that left side per usual, with a left-hand hitter at the plate. And this pitch is just off the plate outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. As the count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lights are on here at the ballpark. The first of 2 today. Hit hard. On the grass, the second baseman will make the play, and that is De Leon. Comes over and makes that play. He has been good out there as well. Good look at that young man as well. Big smile there. He had to go to his
That was
left.
a tricky hop at the end.
And he's on the grass, too.
Did a good job with his footwork.
Yes, he did. Reason to smile there with a nice play. So Antonio Anderson out, and you've got Encarnacion third. Cooper McMurray at the plate. He singled last time up. It was an infield single and second base side. De Leon just picked it up there as he was ranging from his right toward the second base bag in on the grass. This is lined hard down the right field line, and it'll bounce around on the top row down that way. A lot of folks will scramble, try to get a souvenir later late. First of 2 here today. Makeup in game 2 from one that was rained out earlier, part of that series, June 24. Just outside. Just a bit outside. And I mean just a bit. Smith looks in. Right-hand pitcher. Left-hand hitter, big guy at the plate. 1 for 2, had a strikeout as well. Sees this one spin inside as well at an off-speed pitch. And he goes 3 balls and 1 strike. After McMurray, it's Mason Guerra, who has grounded out to third and also lined to shortstop in his 2 at-bats. It's an opportunity. Here's a bounding ball. It goes by second baseman De Leon. It was a slow bounding ball, and he's got one chance to kind of pick it up over the short hop, and then it bounced over his glove and went into center field. Actually, I think a run down out there. That was backing up the play, but nonetheless, good AB there.
Man, they gave an error to Framey De Leon on that. That is a tough scoring decision.
That was headed up the middle, and he had to try to backhand that and just kicked over the glove. And a runner on base with 2 down here in the top half of the 6th inning. 4-0 drive at this point. They got 3 runs in the 3rd and 1 in the 4th. You get one more look at it here. It's a big bounding ball and just got by him, tried to stab at him there. Didn't happen that time. Let's see if Adam Smith can work around this one. Here's a slow bounding ball. Who's going to get it? Third base side. Fire across and just keep on running. Into the dugout we'll go. Riley Encarnacion as he makes that play and steps into the dugout. So nothing hurt there as we head on out of the sixth drive, leading 4-0.
Starting off 1 for 1. Yes, ma'am. We've got Lucas behind the throw. She's got the energy tonight, y'all. I need you to match that. There we go, Juno. Hail Mary, yes, sir. We've got a couple more left. Y'all keep the energy up. Let's make some noise for Juno. All right, let's see it, Juno. That hand-eye coordination, or should I say paw-eye coordination, is pretty good. All right, we've got time for one more, Lucas. Y'all make some noise for Juno. We've got one more. Let's see what she's got.
On to the bottom of the sixth we go. Per usual, we have the Dogs catching frisbees. Riley Fry back on. He came in back of Garrett Bauman, who had the 3 walks in the third and threw 40 pitches in that third. The Drive scored 3 in the third and had an RBI sacrifice fly by Antonio Anderson. Will Taylor as well. And then Juan Montero had an RBI. On a base hit to right field. The Drive got one more in the fourth, and that's where we are. 4-0. Luis Cohen and Adam Smith so far. No runs and allowed just 3 hits to Rome. And Fry, who has been good, will deliver the pitch to Albert Feliz. It'll be 8-9-1. Feliz in the A spot. And he is playing first base in this one. De Leon at second, and then back up top for Henry Godbout, who is leading off today, playing in his second game. Franklin Arias having the first game off, be back in game 2. Fouled up third base side, and Liam Carroll makes a nice play to come over and hand it to Kidd over that way. Made his day. Here's a sidearm fastball, 2 balls and 1 strike. So Fry 2 1/3, a run earned, 3 strikeouts, and hadn't walked anybody, so he's given the opportunity. He's now thrown 38 pitches. Yeah, he leans out of the way of that one. They came up and in, chest high, called strike, though. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Feliz grounded out to the third baseman, Sanchez, who's been busy here this afternoon, and also he took one for a strike 3 on 79-mile-an-hour breaking ball in the third, and he swings and misses on an off-speed pitch here, and he becomes the first out.
It's 4 strikeouts for Fry.
He has done what Rome has needed for him to do to provide opportunity for his team to get back into it. De Leon doubled his last time up, and he swings on the first pitch, and he hits it foul down the right field line. It grounded out to the aforementioned third baseman, Luis Sanchez, his first time up. Back in the second inning, he'd eventually come around to score. Here's the pitch, and upstairs, swing and a miss, 0-2. And if you weren't with us, that was the infield in, and the ball stroked extremely hard by Rodriguez, and it was Jones at second, got up, fired home, and outstanding slide by De Leon to use that right hand to get it across and touch the plate just before he was touched by Matt Cassetti, the catcher. High and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Drive with a 4-0 lead. In the bottom half of the 6th, 7-inning ball game. Get a good look at it there, MILB.TV from the center field camera. And this one is stroked hard and went down and got it at an 0-2 pitch and drills it into left field for a base hit. So good job by De Leon with a double and now a single. And he was 11 for 72 coming in at 153 and having a good offensive night here this afternoon, actually.
Yeah, and from his standpoint, he'll get a chance to develop some rhythm because he's back in the lineup at second base in the nightcap.
Yeah. You know, his average has increased. He'll take it 20 points, going up So here's Godbat, who was on base 5 times last night in his debut. Coming in the University of Virginia. Signee this year. And here's the pitch, and he hits it high. It's a fly ball into left field, going back, and this ball is going to be off the wall, running hard. Will he send him? No, he's going to hold him up. And running hard into second base, and for the second consecutive night, it was Godbat who hit one off the wall, and it was played well by Branchfly. And we'll hold the runner at third, and runners on second and third now. You get one more look at it.
Now, see, why couldn't it have been that simple last night? Because you didn't get the sense that one was going to get out of here, unlike the one last night. Even Liam Carroll told you and I he thought when it left the bat last night it was long gone.
Yeah, I mean, well, it had that sound, it had that look, and you wanted him to be able to accomplish that in his first game, and it just hit off the top of the wall. It was a big hit last night. Here is a line shot right field. Ferry Rodriguez drills it. A tag, and here comes the throw in and running hard all the way. De Leon, he will score. And another sacrifice fly. That's 3 in the game and 31 of the year for the drive. And Rodriguez doing what he needed to do, get the ball, and all of them have been to the right field to Justin Janis. But you like the way that De Leon put his head down, sprinted. And then same thing for Godbat as he gets on down to third. He's there with 2 down. They drive a 5-0 lead now here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
So basically 10% of your season total of sacrifice flies have come in this game.
Yes, haven't been a whole lot this year. But you take them. Got some elevation there, deep enough into the outfield. Let's see if Johanfran Garcia can get some elevation and get it deep into the outfield. He'll take a called strike after the first one was inside. Even's got a 1-1 strike. So Rodriguez, a walk and a single to left. He scored a run, had that fielder's choice that scored De Leon as well, and now he has a sacrifice fly. Anderson had one. Will Turner had one. Juan Montero had a base hit to right field for a run batted in. That's how we are at 5-0 here in the bottom half of the 6th with 2 down. Big swing and a miss. Fastball 89. He steps across the plate. Call time now as the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Garcia playing in his 30th game. He got 4 home runs. I'd like to add to his 15 RBI. 2-2 pitch, and he hits a fly ball deep into left field and backtracking, and this ball is going to be out of here.
Wow.
That one had some carry to the right of the green monster by about 25 feet, and it just kept going and going and gone, and he can literally touch a ball for his 5th home run, 17 RBI, and puts an exclamation point here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
I think that's just a good indication of this young man's strength. You look at that replay. Talk about a golf shot. He went down and got that thing and got it elevated, and it had enough to get out.
Big swing and a miss for Encarnacion, who pinch hit for Antonio Anderson, has struck out in the 4th inning. Anderson had a base hit at the first, hit the ball hard 2 times. This one's hit hard down the right field line, but twisting foul and up near the 500 club. I'm sure people are going to be dining out tonight. No balls and 2 strikes. So well done by the Greenville Drive. It started with De Leon with a 1-out base hit, and eventually would score on the sacrifice fly by Euphoria Rodriguez after the double by Henry Godbat, and then Johanfran Garcia hits the home run. 2-run shot.
And Tom,
Drive have a 7-0 lead.
They've got 4 hits and 4 runs off a left-hander.
How about that? We're just report the facts.
Yes.
That was the 67th home run the Drive have hit. They're 9th in the league. 47 of them are coming home, and that's 3rd in the league. So don't get much on the road, but here at home, been pretty productive. Good job to hang in there, and Encarnacion continues to foul off pitch after pitch, and Liam Carroll getting some more steps in, and he'll fire it high. And watch the kid scramble over that way. So Fry tried to get out of this one after the drive, put 3 on the board, and he fouls it straight back. 3rd consecutive. That was 88 up and in and back on top of the roof. So now he's gone right field, left field, and right behind us, and maybe get one in play here, huh? Right-hand hitter. Left-hand pitcher is Fry, first base side, and little dribbler. Fry will get it. Comes off the mound underhands as he turned his back and flips it over to McMurray, and he gets the sprinting Encarnacion for the final out here. In the bottom half of the 6th inning, but nonetheless, 2-run home run for Johan Garcia. It's a 3-run inning. Drive 7-0. Dan Scott to finish it up for you when we come back.
It is time for the Simba Cam. Raise those dogs up. Let's make some noise for them. There we go. Hey, small children work as well. We can do dogs and small children. There we go. That dog is loving life. That dog runs the world. We're all just living in it. There we go. She's swimming. That dog's been there before. They know what to do. There we go. Let's keep it coming. Y'all make some noise for these dogs. These pups are stealing the show. Oh my gosh, so cute, so cute. These dogs, they know what's up. It is Bark in the Park. The rest of this game and the second game.
Well, the driver 3 outs away from winning the first game of this doubleheader, and this is 4th doubleheader the Drive have played at Fluor Field this season. They have won 2 and split 1. They've played 3 on the road. They have split all 3 of those. So Twin Bills have been good for the home team here at Fluor Field this season, going for their 3rd sweep in 4 tries and 3 outs away from getting it. Adam Smith 3 outs away from his 5th win of the season. Leading 7-0 as we play here in the top of the 7th of a 7-inning game. Justin Janis will lead it off. Then Logan Braunschweig and Matt Gassetti. First pitch to Janis is a one-hopper knocked down by Smith. Recovers with the bare hand on the bounce, and he throws him out. 1 pitch, 1 out.
That's a nice athletic play because you get in a hurry and you got to pick it up barehanded, then make a good toss.
Got a fortuitous hop off the first base side of the mound, too.
Yeah, kind of came right to him.
Okay, there's a 4-syllable word for you, Tom.
Well, we had a 7 one. We had a 6 one not too long ago. Dang.
Here's Braunschweig, who's 1 for 2, and he takes it low.
Was that a word? Did we figure out that 7-syllable word? I've already forgotten what it was.
Analyticalizing?
Okay. Yes.
I turned the word analytical into a verb. I was analyticalizing.
Yes.
1-1. So the Drive, barring a collapse of biblical proportions here with 2 outs and nobody on, leading 7-0, are going to do something, Tom, they haven't done in quite a while, and that's go to 2 games over 500.
Yeah, it's been a while. How about that? And then a shutout possibility.
Yeah. Everybody in attendance could get the old Pepsi Zero coupon. Breaking ball just missed, 2-2.
Might have to read the fine print. 9-inning game. You'll take it.
There is no fine print. 2-2 pitch. Chopped up the middle, but that's where Godbout is hanging out near the bag. Gets and throws and safe. He did not get a good handle when he took it out of the glove and had to double clutch just for a moment. And running hard all the way, Braunschweig beats it out. He'll get credit for an infield hit.
Just took that little bit of a bobble there. Ran hard. Give me credit.
Now Matt Gassetti, who has walked and flied to center in 2 times up. Lashes that one foul. First base side, ricochets out into right, where Yofiri Rodriguez will toss it into the seats. Well, a little 6-4-3 action here. Give Godbout a chance to redeem himself and wrap up game 1. What do you think?
I would concur with that.
The 0-1. You know, Skip Carey passed away this week a number of years ago, and on both Facebook and X, different people doing different tributes to him. Here's a little flare out into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Around to third will come Braunschweig, and the shutout all of a sudden is in a bit of jeopardy. But they were playing the Giants, and there was 1 on and 1 out in the top of the 9th inning. Braves were leading. And, you know, on WTBS back in those days, they always had a movie to go to after the game. And Skip Carey said the Magnificent Seven are warming up in the bullpen as soon as Jeffrey Reynolds hits into a 6-4-3 double play. Pitch 6-4-3.
You can't make it up.
No, you can't.
That's awesome.
Luis Sanchez 0 for 2.
Lee Marvin.
Breaking ball a little bit high, ball 1. Seven-0 drive here in the top of the 7th inning. 2 balls and no strikes. Not to be the bearer of bad news as Bob Kipper starts his 34-step jaunt out to the mound again. It is gone, though, from partly cloudy, pretty much overcast as this game has moved on. So your fan club is still in very good voice down there.
I'm glad that I have a fan. Your relative will always think you're pretty good.
Yeah.
Little do they know.
Oh, my dad, God rest his soul, he used to tell me he loved listening to me do games, A, because I'm his son, but B, he said, because you always make it exciting. And well, no, I don't make it exciting. It gets exciting. But, all right, back at it. 2 balls and no strikes. And there's ball 3 low. Leadoff hitter Colby Jones waiting on deck. Janis bounced back to the mound on the first pitch. Braunschweig an infield single. Gassetti a base hit to right center that sent Braunschweig to third, and now 3-0 on Sanchez. And there's ball 4. Just missed inside, and the bases are loaded. First walk issued by Adam Smith. And back to the top of the order for Jones, who is 0 for 3.
It's amazing how it works in this game, Dan. You've got a ground ball to short, a little bit of a mishandle there, opens the door, and those 3 runs the drive got in the bottom.
They just called a balk on Adam Smith.
Yeah.
And that's going to take care of the shutout. See if we can get a replay and see what he may have done there. Kind of caught it at the tail end. All right, second and third. Infield obviously staying back with the score now 7-1 or 7-1. Jones coming off a 4-hit night last night. 0 for 3 so far in this one. The 1-0. There's a strike called. 1-1. And a little looping line drive into right center field for a base hit. That's going to score 2 to make it a 7-3 game. And Colby Jones delivers another hit. So Adam Smith finding the second and third outs of this inning. Difficult to come by.
Yeah, a little golf shot out there into right field, and kind of reminiscent of the top of the ninth and the bottom of the ninth in the game last night when the Drive able to come away with a 9-8 win.
Now Alex Lodis, who's 0 for 3. 2 fly balls to left, sandwiched around a strikeout swinging in the third. And ball 1 inside. They have not exactly tattooed the ball off of Adam Smith in this inning. Infield single and 2 flares out into right center, but as they used to say, looks like a line drive in the box score. Ball 2. Starting to see a little bit of frustration from Adam Smith, his body language, when he didn't get the call on either of those first 2 pitches to Lodis. The 2-0. Swinging a foul back. Two and 1. 4 straight Rome batters have reached base after the first out of the inning. Swing and a foul tip held on to by Garcia, 2-2. All of a sudden, those 3 runs the Drive got in the bottom of the 6th looming rather large here. Isaiah Drake waiting on deck. 1 on, 1 out, 3 runs in. Top of the 7th, but the Drive still leading 7-3. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 swinging. Got him with a breaking ball, 2 down. That is the first strikeout for Adam Smith. And now Isaiah Drake, who's 0 for 3. A pop out to the catcher, a strikeout swing, and a ground ball to second. They will play, Feliz will play behind, so the runner will go. And he'll have to come back after Drake fouls that ball away. Two outs leading by 4. You'll give him second base if he wants it. Have better defensive position. Jones is going to go again. And there's a fly ball down the right field line. That's trouble. That is going to be a foul ball. Wow. Just dropped foul at the wall in front of the pesky pole. No balls and 2 strikes.
Man, that was close off the bat. I thought for sure that was going to be at least a double and another run score there, but home plate umpires got that call, and we lose track of it here.
Yeah, the better angle, if we had it, would be from the third base camera because it just goes out of the line of sight there.
Because there is not much room.
No.
Foul territory either way.
All right, Drake settling back in. Adam Smith, a strike away from wrapping this one up. Gets the sign from Garcia, the 0-2 with the runner going again, and a ground ball to De Leon at second. He gobbles it up, throws him out. Almost threw it away.
He did.
The Phillies able to pull it out, and the Drive win the first game of this doubleheader by a final score of 7-3. We'll take a break. We'll come back and wrap this one up and get you set for game 2 right after this. We'll drive a winner in game 1 today by a final score of 7-3. Dan Scott, Tom Van Hoy back with you at Fluor Field. 7-0 going to the 7th. Adam Smith didn't get beat around, but they did drop a couple of hits in here and there and got 3 runs out of it. But still a nice job overall by the pitching and got some timely hitting.
Yeah, it started with Luis Cohen and only his 3rd appearance for the drive, and he only pitched 4 total innings, all in relief. He gives you 4 strong innings that turned it over to Adam Smith. He only had like 6 hits in the game, and 3 of them came there in the 9th inning, or the 7th inning. But the drive got 3 in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, and they utilized 3 walks from Garrett Bamble, the 5th-grade prospect of the Atlanta organization. They got sacrifice fly Antonio Anderson, also Will Turner, and then an RBI base hit by Juan Montero, who had a couple base hits tonight. Added a run in the 4th inning, the double by De Leon, and then he was able to score with the infield in. Hard hit ball to the second baseman Colby Jones, throw to the plate. It was really close, but with the right hand able to get it just inside and then able to come up with the run to make it 4-0 at that point. Came back and got 3 more in the 6th inning, including another RBI sacrifice fly, 3 in the game. This one by Yoferi Rodriguez, and a 2-run home run from Johanfran Garcia. And 3 in the top of the 9th. Rome did not go away. Kind of opened the door a little bit on a bobble at shortstop by Godbout, and they came back and got a base hit and a walk, and another base hit, and then I'll tell you, the Drake hit one down the right field line that would barely foul, which would have made a big difference in the ball game, but nonetheless able to get it done and be able to get it done with 2 pitchers, because if you weren't with us earlier, Liam Carroll telling Dan at the pregame show that a little bit thin in that category, so they got what they needed to do from a pitching standpoint, and they got contributions up and down the lineup here for the drive in this one. And Godbout had a hit, he scored a couple of runs, and 2 RBI for Rodriguez Garcia as well. They both scored some runs in the process. A couple of hits at Juan Montero. So all the way around, did a nice job to get the win in game 1 of 2.
All right, final numbers for the drive: 7 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They stranded 6. And for Rome, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They also left 6. Smith, the winner, 5-2. Ballman, the loser, 3-8. No save. Game took 2 hours and 5 minutes to play. No attendance for this one. They'll give an attendance in game 2. Drive now 53-51, 20-18, and pick up a half game because neither Hub City nor Bowling Green has played yet. So a game back as we go into the second game. Rome 42-60, 13-24, 7.5 back. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a bit of a break, let you hear some sounds of the ballpark. 7:20 is our first pitch for game 2. So we will start our television pregame at 7:05 and get you ready for this one today. That's it for game 1. Drive a 7-3 win, and we'll talk to you at 7:05.